Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy, Board Game Geek, bringing you our next episode of Gloomhaven. We are plowing through the Black Barrow with our characters Midas the Cragheart, Jewel the Scoundrel, and Skeeve the Mine Thief. And we're doing pretty good. I made a couple mistakes, mainly around movement, and they've been noted, but because I'm so far into the next part of that fight, I'm not going to correct them or change them. It'd be a little bit difficult to do that. But if you want to, you can go to the previous, just go to the show notes in the previous video and see what people have posted. Like, for example, I had moved one guy. I actually kind of had him in between spaces, and he ended up moving 4 instead of 3. The 3 should have moved. And then there were some other ones, like Skeeve's invisibility ended a little too late. I should have taken the token off earlier, which would have resulted in him being attacked. So, but they're pretty minor things, and based on the difficulty of the game, I'm sure we're going to make up for it. So we're just going to continue on from there, but again, I just want to make note of that. There were a couple of minor issues, mainly around movement, and we'll see if I can avoid them this time around. But I'll tell you one good thing. I've noticed that a lot of other people, I'm going to point this out to you because I think it's important, a lot of other people have made mistakes in their playthroughs. And let me get something out here. I'm just going to shuffle around for a minute. I need to grab one of the character decks. I'll grab our Mine Thief since it's out here. Character boxes, rather. So this is the character box for a Mine Thief, right? So in there is a deck of small cards that look like they're basically attack cards, like this one. See, and it has a +2 on this. You notice the little Mine Thief symbol there. Well, a lot of people, and I want to correct this so you don't do it in your playthrough, so you know that this is not the case. A lot of people keep thinking that that's the deck that they should be using when playing their character. Sorry, I have a phone in my office right now, and it never stops ringing. Not a cell phone, but our regular phone. So anyway, where was I going? Oh, that deck is specific to that character, but it doesn't mean that you play that deck, because there's also another deck, and I'm going to show you. I'll shuffle this. I can't really shuffle it, but it's on the bottom anyway. See, this says 1. Well, all of these say 1 on them. So there's also 4 decks included in the game that are basic decks, and those are the decks that you use to play with your character. Now, when you get to do perks, I'll give you an example. Skeeve here, you see all these perks he gets, and you see it says remove 2 -1 cards. Well, you can do that, or you could add 3 muddle cards. Okay. Those muddle cards and all that are from that specialized deck that's in your character box. It allows you to customize the basic deck to fit your character's needs. That does not mean you use that customized deck as your deck. It just augments the deck. So I wanted to explain that because I've been watching some other playthroughs just to see how people are doing things, and I really enjoy them anyway, and there's some that are fantastic, but I noticed that very common mistake was that people were doing that. So don't make that mistake in your session. All right. Also, the symbol about tearing up the cards, while that is true, that it is requesting that you tear up the cards, I am not doing that. I'm going to put them in a separate bag because for replay purposes, if I want to replay the campaign with somebody else, I can put those back into the deck. Now, if you're playing, you don't have to. What you can do is take those out, and you can even introduce other player groups there. They will never encounter those things. But that's okay. I'm not going to tear them up. It's not like another Legacy game where you really, like in a Pandemic Legacy, I tore up all the cards because you really needed to get to the end game. That's how you should play it. All right, so let's move on. We're going to start our new round. So I have immediately picked our attack cards. Now, if you remember, we have all of the number of these number 2, 3, and 4 here. This guy, and this guy are pretty severely wounded. We also have some loot there that can be collected, and that's going to be important as we go along. So, so far, we're going to go in order based on the cards that I picked. Skeeve is going to go on 11, so he's likely to go first. Then it's followed by our Rogue, who's going on a 33, and our Jewel's going on a 33, Midas going on a 35. So let's get rid of this card here. We're going to draw our next guard card and see when they go. We're just going to go right into the turn. Okay, so they're going on 35, so that's good. They're going last because if there's a tie on these, the players go first. So guards are going to move -1. They're going to attack at range. See his attack range 2, so they're going to attack at range, which is not good for us, but hopefully we can bring a couple of these guys down before they even get the chance to do that. So that is where we're going to be for this turn. Now, the first one that's going to go is going to be Skeeve. Now, he's got 2 cards. He's got his Empathic Assault and the mind's weakness. Now we're going to do a couple things. We're going to move to and heal cell. Well, do I want to do that? Actually, I take it back. We're going to do this. We're going to attack and then wound because he's healed. We're going to attack here and then use this attack ability here, which is going to, I'm going to get rid of the card, but that's okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attack number 4. Now number 4 is pretty severely wounded with a 2, so it's going to be an attack 1 with the wound ability. And just to tell you what the wound ability is, because I'm going to have to look it up myself. And just to show you, the back of the book has really neat. It's very well laid out. So like here you can see the wound effect, which is right here. And it tells you that those are on page 22 and 23. So I flip to page 22 and 23 and I look up the wound ability. It says wound. If a figure is wounded, it suffers 1 point of damage at the start of each turn. If a heal ability is used, the wound token is removed and the heal continues. So we're hopefully not going to give him that chance. So we're going to do a wound, attack 1 wound. And so I'm getting Skeeve's deck out, and we're going to draw from the first deck. It's a +2. That is fantastic. So we're going to kill this guy big time. Let's see, what is that going to do? So that's 3 points of damage, and the guard has 1, 2, 3, and 4 points on him already. So guard number 4 has been killed. And we put a token right there. Good job, Skeeve, but that wasn't it for him. His next attack is going to be this one. Attack 4, range 5, disarm, and it's going to generate a cold element, and then give him 2 experience points. Now, we're going to actually attack number 1 with that, because number 1 is not wounded, and this is a big attack. So, that's attack 4. So let's do, and he's going to become disarmed, which means he won't be able to attack back, which is fantastic. Let's see what he gets. A +0, that's okay. So, that is going to do 4 wounds to number 1, which is fantastic. There is 4 wounds. That puts number 1 2 away from death. So we're going to probably get these guys before they get to act this turn, I hope. And then he is disarmed. So I'm going to put that on number 1 2. He cannot do anything. Plus, we're going to move this element up to here. Now nobody's really using that element much. And then we're going to discard these. Now, Skeeve is out of cards, so next turn he is going to rest, but that also puts him up to 4 experience. He's doing pretty well on the experience track. For every 10 they get a token, and they just go back on their track again and keep going until they get as much experience as they can during the scenario. Okay, next up is Jewel, our scoundrel. She's going on 33. She's using her special mixture first. She's going to move 3 and poison. So she's going to go 1, 2, and 3. She's going to end her movement there. She's going to poison. Who's got the least? Number 2 is, of course, back there. So, they both have 4. So she'll poison number 3 since he's right in front of her, or number 1 rather. Since he's, well, she could do number 1 or number 3. She'll do number 3. She's going to poison number 3. It's going to put a poison token on him. That means when he takes damage next, which is about to happen, he's going to take extra damage. So he's likely to die, but that's okay. And so that's basically that. Now, she is going to use her next card, which is going to be this one. Attack 3, add 2, and gain experience points when target is next to any of your allies. Well, she's going to attack number 3, who is next to Midas. So let's get her attack deck out and see what she's got. All right, let's draw the card. Boom, +1, pretty good. We're doing pretty good on that so far. So that is a +1. So it's going to be 3 plus he is adjacent, so it's going to be +2. That's 5. +1 is 6, and we're going to gain an experience point. And when the target, yep, okay, so boom, number 3 is dead. Alright, so number 3 is gone because he had poison on him as well, so he really got wiped out there. I probably should have put poison on number 2 instead. Well, I already made my decision, so I'm not going to take it back. Probably should have killed number 1, or attacked number 1 with that, left number 2 alone, or number 3 alone. And that is going to end her turn. That does give her an experience point, so she is up to 3, and she is standing on a loot token, so I'm going to take this loot token, and I'm going to put it on her card. What that means is at the end of the scenario, win or lose, she's going to get 2 gold for that. You don't lose anything for losing this scenario unless you're playing with the, which I haven't decided yet, the variant rules. I've been debating because everybody keeps saying, don't be a hero, use the variant rules, and it sounds fun, but I don't know that I want to do it. Which is the permadeath rules. And I'm just looking, there we go. Permadeath. If the players desire an extra threat of danger, they can decide to play Gloomhaven with permanent death. Any character will permanently die when they drop below 1 hit point. That does not mean exhausted. It means literally when they drop below 1 hit point. Exhausted could be can't replenish cards, and that means you just get too tired. I could play it that way. That would actually filter in some other characters as we play the campaign. It might make it interesting, but we've taken some hits, and it makes me kind of nervous to play that way, so I haven't really decided yet. And since no one's close to death, I think I'll leave it alone for the moment. Okay, that is going to end her turn. Now, we have we have Midas, our Cragheart. He's first. Now, he's got these 2 abilities, and we're going to first loot. Yeah, we're going to loot, which is going to allow him to pick up both of these. And then he's going to use this ability. All adjacent allies suffer 1 damage, move 4. But he's actually not going to do it. He's going to forego this ability so we don't lose the card, which you can do. So he's just going to, well, God, we got to get rid of these guys. If he does this move, he's going to kill both of them, I think. So it says all adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage. So that means that our scoundrel will suffer a damage, which is not good. She could recover and do some healing, but then he's going to move 4, and then all adjacent allies suffer 1 damage. So we could, it's going to gain him an experience point as well. And there's 2, so he's going to get those 2 guys, I think. Well, they'll be up to 5. They won't be up to, they won't die yet. They won't die yet. So, But if he does this, and he can jump, I'm so tempted to not do this, but they're going to attack. They're going to attack Skeeve otherwise, which I guess is okay. He's fully healthy. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, but he does have on his melee attack heal 2 self. He's fully healthy, so he can't heal 2 self. But I'm thinking, I don't want her to suffer any damage. I think I'm going to forgo that and just not do it. Okay. That's going to be it for him. I think we're going to have to do that. Now, the guards are at move -1. They're going to attack at range 2. So what's going to happen actually is this one, they're both going to attack 1, 2, 3. So he is going to have to move 2, which he can do. Well, wait, let me look at that for sure. Their movement is 3, so he can move up here to attack Skeeve. They're both going to do a ranged attack on Skeeve at +0. So let's see what they get. Now, I don't think I drew any cards that force him to shuffle. I did not. Okay. So Skeeve's going to take a few hits from us. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh, that's rough. A +2, so that's going to be 4 points of damage. He's going to lose a card. Do I want to do that? He's only got 1 left. It's pretty powerful. But I don't want to take that hit. He's going to do it. He's going to lose that card. That's bad for him. He's lost a card, but that was too big a hit. And the next one is a +1. That's going to be 3. He's not going to avoid that one. That puts him down to 3. So that was it for him, and that is it for the round. So we don't have to shuffle anything, but we did have to do that. Now we move on to the next turn. Oh wait, I take it back, guys. Number 1, who did that first attack, couldn't attack at all. So I'm going to give him his card back because the first guy could not have attacked, and he would have taken the 3 hits, and I'll tell you why. Because the guy had disarm, and I almost missed the token. He had disarm on him. Number 1 was disarmed and could not do that attack. So he just stood there like a clown. Alright, anyway, that was the only correction I had to make there. Let's go back around. Now, the only one that can really do anything outside of rest, unless we use potions, and I'm not sure I want to do that. I think we're just going to do a rest, is going to be our Cragheart. So let's go to the next turn. So Skeeve and Jewel are going to do a long rest. And our Cragheart is going to do this. He's going to go on a 38. He's going to go because somebody's got to keep fighting the fight. And he's probably going to move 3 and then attack. Well, you know what? He's probably going to do a base move, which he could do, and attack. Yeah. You know what? I know what I'd like him to do, but he's not going to be able to do it. So, yeah, that's going to be bad. Anyway, he's going to be able to attack something. So basically what we're going to do is draw our next card for the guards. What is it going to be? It is going to be a 50. Good, he's going to go first. Move 0, attack 0. These guards are hanging in there, but we are going to go first. And, geez, I think, well, he can do this at range 2, right? Yeah, he can do this one at range 2. Let me see, if I go 1, 2, I can put it there, put it right on top of this guy, but then she's going to get hit. Because what I want to do is heal first at range and heal our scoundrel up 2. So she's going to go from 3 to 5 to get her back in some decent shape. And then when she does her full rest, she's going to heal some more. So he did that first, and then he's going to do this. But I'm trying to debate on, because it'll be muddled too, and he can't move. It's attack 1, range 2. This is a dirt tornado. He's going to do a swirling dirt tornado. And it's on the target. So if he does attack this guy, then she will get hit by that. I think we're going to do it anyway. So that this guy will get hit too. She'll take a hit, but she's going to heal up a little bit. We'll be okay. She'll be healed again after she rests too. So he's going to do that. It's attack 1, range 2. He's going to attack this one for range 1. And we'll start with these guys. This guy here, we'll give him his attack. A -1, so -1 plus 1 is 0. That was not good. So he took no damage, but he is muddled. And that puts a question mark on him. Now, a muddle means that he is going to be at disadvantage when he attacks. And then we're going to do, we'll do number 1 here, and hopefully we have better luck. Unreal. No damage, but muddled. These guys are not going to go down, are they? So this was a mistake, because I bet you I'm going to draw a big whopper on my rogue. So let's see, we'll take this muddle token and put it on number 1. And then we're going to draw again for our against the rogue. It is a -2, so she took no damage either, and she is going to be muddled as well. Luckily she's just resting, so that's not going to be so bad. I'll put this right next to her here so we know she's muddled for the turn. And he did nothing. Now they get to go, which is terrible because they're going to move and attack. Now, since he's got the lowest, first they're going to strike closest target. So he's got the lowest initiative, but she's already next to him. There's not equal distance. Equal distance between this one and this one. She's going to move up and attack Skeeve. Yeah, so this is not going to be too good for us because we're not killing these guys fast enough, which seems to be the story of my world here. Okay, so 1's going to attack our rogue, and I'm going to double check muddle. I just want to make sure I'm doing that right. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They get disadvantage on muddle, but I'm going to check it out. Remember, because they are muddled as well. So muddle is going to be on page 22 and 23, and it says that, if I can get to the right page, okay, there it is, 22 and 23, muddle. If the figure is muddled, it gains disadvantage on all of its attacks at the end of the turn. Okay, so it's not defensively. So basically, they're all going to get disadvantage. That's at least decent. So number 1's going to attack our rogue. It's going to do a -2 and a +1. So he's attacking at 0. His damage is 2. So because he's muddled, he is going to do no damage. This one, number 2, is going to attack Skeeve for a ×2, or a +0. Well, we'll take the +0, which is 2 points of damage. That's going to put Skeeve at 1. That's not great. But that is all of their attacks. Okay. Whew. Survived that round again, but we took a hit. Now, at the end of the round, on 99, we are going to get our stuff back. So, all the cards, now she didn't get rid of any cards, but we have to discard 1 permanently, lose it when we get a long rest. We also gain 2 hit points. So Jewel is back up to 7 hit points out of her starting 8, so she's in good shape. And Skeeve is at 3 hit points of his 6. Not great. But I got to pick a card that she is going to lose permanently. And this is always one of the hardest parts of it. I don't remember if we're going to run into traps or not, but I think we're going to get rid of, because I have a more powerful version of this card here. I think we're going to get rid of the quick hands. We're going to drop that card That is going to be out of the game permanently, and then her deck goes back. She's fully loaded on her deck. And I think we also shuffle back all her items. If she had used an item, it would be untapped, but we didn't. For Skeeve, he is going to get all his cards back as well, and I got to figure out which one he wants to get rid of. That's even tougher because he's got a lot of good cards. And I think we might take Scurry out of the picture because he's got other attack cards that are better. So he's going to lose Scurry. We're going to put that in his lost pile, and he is recovered. And then, what else do we got? Oh, he's already healed, and our Cragheart did nothing. So she is also no longer muddled. The guards are muddled until the next turn, but they're not going to attack anyway. I think that's correct. Let me just double check. Is it last? At the end of its next turn, the muddled token is removed, so we're going to leave that with her as well. Well, that was the end of her next turn, actually, so it's gone. Okay, yeah, let's continue on. And that would be the guards are actually unmuddled as well because that was the end of their turns. So we're going to remove the tokens from them. And that puts our Cragheart is going to have to rest this turn and keep going. So let's go do our cleanup. Now we do know that we drew this ×2 card for the brigand, the guards, so we're going to have to shuffle their deck. And I believe, I'm going to look it up, I'm pretty sure I need to shuffle all the rest of those guys' decks too when they healed. I don't think they just recover the cards with the long rest. Actually, it says right on there what happens when they do a long rest. Long rest, it says, lose 1, discard, and recover the rest, heal +2, and refresh items. Okay, so no. Alright, don't recover the cards yet, just until you get something that says shuffle. Okay, so there we are with that. I've reshuffled their deck, and we're going to get on to the next turn. As part of cleanup, we're going to get that down to there. It's now innate. It's not doing anything. Okay, guys, here we go. So I've picked the cards now. I know that our Cragheart Midas is going to do a long rest, so all I have to do is draw with the card for the guards. Let's see what we get. Okay, they're going to go on 15 with shield and retaliate 2. Well, that's okay because both of our guys that are going are actually going to go before they get to do that, so they're probably likely going to die. So they're going, again, they're going on initiative 15. They're getting a shield, which is not going to activate until 15. Our Scoundrel, Jewel, is going on a 6, and Skeeve is going on 11, so we're going faster than them. That's good. Okay, so let's play this out. So we're going to start with Jewel. She is going to move 6. This is going to be an interesting turn for us. We're going to move 6. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to open this door up here. And let me populate it, and then we'll move into the room. Okay, uh-oh, that's not good. But it's okay because we're doing this. Invisibility. So she is going invisible. I'm going to put this token with her here. She is also continuing to move, actually. That was 4, so she's got 2 more. She's going to go 5, 6 to there. Actually, she might go just... How much does a bandit... He's going to only move 2 at best. So if she goes here, she might still be able to put one in his back, and no one can see her. And this is kind of unique. So in this one it says, on your next attack while invisible, double the value of the attack. Now this is a persistent card, so it doesn't trigger until it meets the condition. The condition is she attacks. Also, we're going to move the moon marker up to strong on there, and when we do this, this card is going to go away. So she's going to do some kind of crazy attack on this guy on the next turn, but right now that's what we were able to do. So that is going to be the end of her turn. We're going to discard her cards. She is standing there invisible in the room. They're wondering who the heck opened the door. She's hiding in the shadows. Pretty cool character. She's doing her thing. Okay, next we're going to go with Skeeve. Skeeve's got a lot going on, but he's back down here. Unfortunately, we do have to trigger the guards. Now this guard, that elite guard that we have in the other room, is going to trigger on this part again. And then we're going to have to move this over because now we have 2 enemies to deal with. And I'm going to draw on the archers, and depending on when they go, 29, so they still haven't gone yet either, but they're going to move. And they're not going to be able to attack because there's no targets, because a move 0 for them means that, and I got to get their card out, put the archers out as well. Here are our bandit archers. Now you can see that we have 1 elite up there and then 2 regular ones, so this is going to be their stats. Their movement in both cases is 2, so I'm going to put them on the board, and then they're going to move, but they're not going to get to do much, so that's a good thing. Now we're going to continue on with Skeeve's attack. The first thing he's going to do, because he is wounded, is he's going to do a move and heal. So move and heal self. So he's going to move 2 to here. He's going to heal himself 2. 1, 2. That puts him up to 5. And then he's going to do the upper part of this one, which is attack 2. Add +1 for each negative condition. He doesn't have, number 1 does not have a negative condition. So it's going to just be an attack 2 with 1 experience point. And I'm going to get his deck out. Let's see what he gets. Hopefully it's something worthwhile. Let me see. What this is going to be attack 2. No bonuses. That is on number 1. I think he will save his poison. Number 1's got 3 damage on him. He'll do 5. He may not kill it. And even if he puts the poison on, he's not going to kill it. So he will just do the attack. So, okay, so it's attack 2 times 2. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, but we're going to have to reshuffle his deck at the end of the round. So just so you know, that's what this symbol means. That symbol means that we're going to reshuffle the deck at the end of the round. Times 2, that means it's going to be 4. That means it's going to put 3. That's 7. So he took this guard out. That guard dropped a loot token and is kaput. And then we're going to get a bonus experience. So Skeeve is now up to 5 experience. And that guard is dead. We're going to discard these 2 cards for Skeeve. Good job, Skeeve. Yeah, alright. So, okay. Let's continue on. We're going to, now we're going to get to go with the guards. The guards are going to shield and retaliate. So, he pops shield, retaliates, and he just stands there. He does nothing. So does this guard. You know, knowing that, I would have moved her right here. So, no, it doesn't matter, because, yeah, I would have moved her right there so she could get a backstab on the guy. No one can see her anyway, or some kind of attack. She might just go straight after the archers. The elite has 7 hit points, but they're not really strong on the attack. Well, the elite is with a 5 range attack, and the regulars are 4 range attacks. So they're pretty nasty. We got to get in their face pretty quick. If she stays invisible for a round, maybe we'll draw this guard in here, let them come up. She can stay invisible, and we can get closer in on them on the attack. But anyway, so they did their thing. Now let me go up north, show you what it is I'm talking about. These guys are all gonna. They get this move 0, attack +1, -1, but they get range +1 and immobilized. The problem is even if they move 0, that's going to move them 2. So they're going to go 1, 2. You always move the elite first. 1, 2. 1, 2, and that's it. So they have nobody in attack range, even at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't get past here. So that's going to be the end of the archer's turn, and the end of the round actually, because that's going to be it. Well, I take it back. We're going to do our healing for our Cragheart. He is going to go up to 6 hit points, and we're going to recover his cards. He's got all his cards, but he's going to have to get rid of one, unfortunately. And I'm going to try and pick one of the least useful ones for him. Hey, they're all useful, so it's kind of a challenge. But yeah, I think we'll do. He's got some loot. I think we'll do this one. We're going to do Crushing Grasp. We'll get rid of that one for now. That is lost now. Will not come back into the game. But remember, he's got his opposing strike still to do these retaliations when someone finally does attack him. So hopefully that will be soon. All right, that's going to end the round, guys. And I think that will end our scenario for our play for tonight. We've gotten into the next room. We got some bandit archers there, some craziness going on. We see there's another door to go through. And we're going to fight our way through there. So join me next time for Midas's, Jules, and Skeeve's next adventure. We're going to get this completed probably in the next couple of turns. As you can see, this campaign will be incredibly long if I keep it going, so I will limit it to a number of episodes, maybe somewhere between 7 and 10 episodes total before we move on to something else, and I'll call it Season 1. I will definitely, whatever I do, whatever quest we're on, I will complete it before we move on to something else or move back to Kingdom Death Monster, for example. But I did get my retail copy of Vikings Gone Wild. I want to show you that. Plus some other things. I also was thinking about doing a solo version of Clank with the app. That's another one upcoming. And I still got to get Zimby Mojo, which is an awesome game. I just need some friends to help me get to know it before I put it on the table because it's got some cool nuances to it. Soon. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I will probably get this posted tonight, but let's do the cleanup phase real quick. I just want to do one thing, because there's really only a couple things that happen in the cleanup phase. This is going to go down. The guards have shuffled their attack cards. They didn't do any attacks, and I have to shuffle our scoundrel, our Mind Thief's cards, because he drew the ×2, so I'm going to do that before I forget. Everybody else is fine at this point. All their items are untapped. I did not use their stamina potions, which are awesome, because those will be able to get them a quick recovery on a couple of cards, since I don't have anybody that can recover cards like the Tinker who can help do that. But that's going to end the session, guys, so thanks so much. Appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Now, we are fighting bandit archers and guards in this one. we got to try and close the gap with the archers. I'm letting them move up while my character is invisible. I may keep her that way until she's in a place where she can devastate these archers. Because, you know, if she gets next to them, they'll be at a disadvantage and won't hurt her much. Plus, she's got leather armor and her stamina potion. Because I may want to get this backstab back in her hand to do some damage. So, but she's got a lot of great cards to play still. Remember, she doesn't have as many cards as some of the other guys. She's only got 9. So it's 9, 10, and 11. But she's got such amazing attacks. She's going to get these guys pretty darn good. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you in the next episode.